Hey there, this is Andrew bringing you another Keyforge deck reveal and review. This is going to be another Worlds Collide deck that I got out of a starter. And we'll see if I can guess the houses based on the name again, although my track record is so bad with that. Lanketot, the artist of Ludchester, I think is what that, or Ludcester. Gosh, who even knows? I'm gonna guess Shadows, Logos, and Star Alliance. That's maybe. I got Shadows and Logos right, and then Dees. Shadows, Logos, Dees. And I was saying in the last video where I guessed these houses and didn't get any of them, that in Worlds Collide this was like the dream. But of course, not in Worlds Collide, but in Coda, this was like the dream house combination. I still think it's pretty good. Still has a lot of potential. I'm hoping we get some strong like deck acceleration along with some key cost control in Logos. Would love to get like the Edai, Infernus, Exhume stuff going, maybe with some Ronnies. That's an archetype I really love and don't have a great example of yet. I would love to have that archetype, like a good copy of it with Dysania. Yeah, some Ronnies. We'll see. Definitely hoping for Amber Control in the Shadows and probably some Amber Control in the Dees as well. Purge is good. Deck Control. I'm not, I don't feel as positive about the house control options in Dees in Worlds Collide. The snag things, Snaglet, Snag, and Snag's Mirror. Snag's Mirror I wouldn't mind. That's a pretty interesting one. So yeah, let's see. And I think Snag's Mirror would be pretty interesting in here because it would make it a very good anti-Coda deck. Because again, these are pretty desirable houses in Coda. Alright, so starting off with Dees, we have a Binding Irons. Play, your opponent gains 3 chains. I think this is better than I feel like it is, but I still just don't love it. Buzzle, 3 power beast with Skirmish, and play fight. You may purge one of Buzzle's neighbors if you do ready Buzzle. That can be a nice effect depending on, the state of the board when it comes out. I wish it were bigger. If it were like a 5 power creature with that effect, I would think it was great. Draining Touch. When you play it, you destroy a creature with no amber on it. Not very good anti-dino card, but decent board control. Better than Hand of Dees in most cases. Exhume. We did get an Exhume. Gain a bonus amber. Choose a creature in your discard pile. You may play that creature as if it belonged to the active house and was in your hand. We'll see what we get to use with that. Okay, that's only one Exhume, but we have a Not Finished With You, which is good for creatures with good play effects. It's a bonus amber, and you shuffle any number of creatures from your discard pile into your deck. We have Evil Eye. Gain an amber, and keys cost +3 during your opponent's next turn. That can be decent if it's well timed. Ooh, Scullion. Interesting. It's a 7 power demon with 2 armor, and when you play it, you sacrifice a friendly creature. Really nice if we get like a Brend, or even a Titan Guardian. Ooh, 2 Scullions. Oof. This could be bad. 2 Scullions could be bad. We'll see. But we have the Exhume, so, I'm imagining like Scullion Brand, Exhume the Brand, play a second Scullion. Oh, that'd be brutal. Okay. Oh, we have a Snag. That's a 5 power demon with fight. Your opponent must choose the house of the creature Snag fights as their active house on the next turn. So we do have that house control there. Yeah, that'll be interesting. 2 Snags. Wow. This is a different Dees. And then a Lord Invidious. Wow. 5 power demon leader with elusive, and while it's in the center of your battle line, it gains Reap. Take control of an enemy flank creature and exhaust it. While under your control, it belongs to House Dees. So, wow. I mean, that's interesting. It's like a board control Dees. And with Scientist Bane. Okay, gain an amber, destroy a scientist creature. I mean, if you get early on, you get Lord Invidious with the snags out. Oof, it could be brutal, brutal. You're telling your opponent what house to play, and you're taking their creatures. That could be brutal. All right, let's look at logos. We have a Babbling Bibliophile, 1 power Cyborg Scientist with Reap, draw 2 cards. That's fine. Cutthroat Research, action with a bonus amber, and when you play it, you steal 2 if your opponent has 8 or more. 2 of those. Yeah, it's okay with. We have the Evil Eye, so that helps. I would like to get Edeye with it. Edeye would make this so much better, and I don't think we're going to get it. Hapsis is a 5 power mutant scientist. After an enemy creature is destroyed fighting Hapsis, ward Hapsis and draw a card. Board control logos. Quant is a 3 power human scientist with Reap. You may play 1 non-logos action card this turn. What do we have so far? Binding Irons, Draining Touch, Exhume, Not Finished With You, Evil Eye, and Scientist Bane. So we have some decent options already in the Dece for the Quant. Okay. Tautau Vapors. Play it, draw 2 cards, archive a card. Always good. Thorium Plasmate, gain an amber, move an enemy creature anywhere in its controller's battle line. It has to move, so it can't say where it was. And then you deal 2 damage to that creature for each of its neighbors that shares a house with it. So good spot removal. Ooh, you have a Wild Wormhole, gain an amber, and play the top card of your deck. 2 of those. That's great. That's going to burn through this deck pretty fast. A Memory Chip. That's an artifact. This is after you choose Logos as your active house, archive a card. Okay. Ooh, a Mimic Gel. Mimic Gel is a 0 power shapeshifter and mutant. It cannot be played unless there's another creature in play, but it enters play as a copy of another creature in play, except it belongs to House Logos. So, getting a second Hapsis wouldn't be bad. Maybe Quant. Probably not Bibliophile unless we are really owning the board. But getting a third snag, a Logos snag, wow. A Logos Lord Invidious, wow. Probably don't want to use the Scolian. And then, of course, the enemy creatures. That's interesting. Ooh, and then a Neutron Shark. More board control. 1 power Neutron Shark, 1 power Beast and Mutant with Play Fight Reap. Destroy an enemy creature or artifact and a friendly creature or artifact. Discard the top card of your deck. If that card is not a Logos card, trigger this effect again. Very interesting. All right, let's look at the shadows. Bad Penny. Dun dun dun. This is a 1 power human thief. With destroyed, return Bad Penny to your hand. Ugh. Okay, we'll see if we have support. Okay, only 1. We have Hit and Run, which deals 2 damage to a creature, more spot removal, and return a friendly creature to your hand. So far, nothing I'd really want to return to my hand. So, that's a bummer. We'll see what we get in shadows. Hugger Mugger, 3 power Elf Thief with Elusive. Play, capture 1, then if your opponent has more forged keys than you, steal 1. Okay. We have Mug. Gain an amber, move an amber from a creature to your pool, and then deal 2 damage to that creature. Good with the Hugger Mugger. I guess also good if you're against Dinos or Sanctum. Ooh, we have a Ronnie. That's a 2 power Elf Thief with play, steal 1. If your opponent has 7 or more, steal 2 instead. That's great. We have Simon, a 1 power Elf Thief with Skirmish. When it fights, you put the creature it fights on top of its owner's deck. Importantly, if the thing it fights has ward, it's going to deal 1 damage, plinking the ward, and then it's going to do the fight effect after that. So it will put the thing on top of the deck. That could be pretty good. 2 Simons, interesting. We have a Trust No One, okay. Play, steal 1. If there are no friendly creatures in play, instead steal 1 for each house represented among friendly creatures. Or among enemy creatures, rather. So steal 1, maybe steal 3. Ooh, we have 2 of those. Okay. It's okay, steal. We have a Yancey Gang, a 5 power Elf Thief with action, steal 1. I don't love the slow steal, but it is 5 power, so maybe it lives. We have Hidden Stash, gain an amber, archive a card. And lastly, we have Oubliette, which is great. Purge a creature with power 3 or lower. So, what do we have here? So we have some steal, right? The Ronnie, if you get Hugger Mugger and Mug, that's a steal. Yancey Gang can maybe do it. We can Mimic Gel the Ronnie if that's, if the occasion calls for it. You can Mimic Gel the Neutron Shark if the occasion calls for it. Simon gives us some weird board control. yeah, we have some interesting board control options. That's fun. We have some amber control options. And we cannot finish with you stuff like the Ronnie and the Mimic Gel. So interesting stuff. And Oubliette, can do good work at the right time. So wow, this is interesting. Those two snags, it's the two scullions that I think I'm most sad about. Just, it's a little sad, but maybe that's even a reason to leave the bad penny on the board, because if that way you have something to kill with the scullion on your next turn. So that's decent. And there's also the option where you have a Ronnie and your opponent has 7 and you go Dece and you scullion the Ronnie and then exhume it. So there's definitely options there. Definitely options. Yeah, this seems fun and good. So and very different. It is like a control deck in Logos, Mars, Shadows, Worlds Collide. So that's very interesting and not I've seen a lot of. Usually I see more of the Purge and Edai. So anyway, should be fun. I'm excited to try it out. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed and that you'll get out there and forge some keys.